Welcome back to the Spire video blog. We are on location here today at the Antinori Family Winery. I am with the Tutto Toscana students and a few of the faculty, and we got a private tasting of some of the wines we'll be serving at the James Beard Dinner in New York City in a few weeks. We tried the Santa Cristina wines, which, and I'm going to show you some of the landscape so you can see where we are at in Tuscany. We're in Bargina, Italy, just outside of Florence, and we tasted 4 of the Santa Cristina wines, one of which we had at the restaurant when we first opened. It was the Santa Cristina Umbria, which is a blended wine from Umbria, which is just outside of Tuscany. So we were able to get a tour of the winery itself, and as you can see, we are in the hills of Tuscany. Beautiful landscape. This winery, this is the new headquarters of the Antinori Family Winery, and the winery we are standing on top of, actually, it was the hill that we are standing on was excavated. The winery was built, and then the hill was put on top of the building, and then the grapes planted on top of that. So as you can see, we've got some very young grapes growing there, and there's some growing down here at the bottom of the hill as well. And an interesting thing that I learned today with the Italian concept of the Chianti Classico, which is the main wine that is made in the Tuscany region, and it's made from the Sangiovese grape, is that, as you can see, the landscape is not filled with the grapes. So a big part of the Sangiovese grape and the way they grow grapes around here is that the environment, the terrain that is used to flavor the grapes is very important. So they don't want to fill every single piece of landscape with vines and grapes, because removing the trees and what the trees and the other vegetation is doing to the soil is going to remove flavor from the grapes themselves. So that is very important to them, that they leave some of the forest the way it is, some of the vegetation, and that they don't fill the landscape with grapes, which is a concept that is not the same in the U.S. The U.S. is, their concept is definitely, bigger is better, and the more you can grow, the better. The better quantity, but the quality will tend to go down the more quantity that you're producing. So we actually are just finishing lunch. We had lunch. They have a private restaurant here at the winery as well, and it was a very delicious lunch. I had a pasta with a duck ragu sauce that was quite delicious, and we are just finishing the dessert wine, the Santa Cristina Vinsanto. My favorite wine out of the 4 that we tried, I mentioned that we tried the Umbria, which we had at the restaurant. I also tried a Toscana, which is a blended wine, and with Sangiovese, Merlot, and Syrah. And then I tried the Pinot Grigio, which is a straight varietal. One thing that Santa Cristina does with their wines is they blend a lot of their wines, blend a lot of their grapes with for different wines. Which is something that is very special to them and something that they are known for. So that is it. We are just about to head back to Florence. Until next time, arrivederci.